Okay, here was the moment where, you know, it leads up to the fight, where you're thinking, okay, they're gonna fight, the suspense comes up so much, and it doesn't happen. That was what this chapter was, and it was awesome. I really loved it. We knew it was gonna come, to be honest. I didn't really think that they were gonna fight in this chapter, but I loved the mind games. I loved the suspense and the tension in this chapter. It was really high. So hey guys, how's it going on? It's Sam, here to do a review on Boku no Hero Academia, chapter 129. Now, the discussion is, did Deku do the right thing? Was Deku being a hero? Was he being smart, or was he being a rookie? Now, personally, I'm kind of on the fence. I'm mainly leading more to a hero, and that's mainly because let me ask you something now. If Deku didn't react in that way, and Deku was just like to overhaul, okay, here's your child back, and then they just walked away. That would have been too suspicious. You're seeing a girl crying in bandages, getting chased by a villain, and then you won't even react to it. That's why if Deku followed what Mirio was gonna do, that wouldn't have been the right thing. And I don't think Overhaul would have reacted negatively by them doing so. I don't think Overhaul would have, you know, done something crazy by them doing so, but I do think Overhaul was just like, okay, they know who I am, they know that I'm planning something, so let me be under the radar even a bit more. So I do think this was probably the most optimum solution. Maybe it could have been dealt a little bit better, but ultimately, yeah, it was a good idea. However, Deku was, it shows you that Deku still is inexperienced, because when, you know, Overhaul was lifting, about to take off his glove, Deku didn't even realise that. And the thing is, you don't follow a villain into an alley. I was just like, bro, come on. This is dangerous, what's happening right now. Remember the last time you were in an alley with a villain that was Stain, and we all know how that went down. So, I really do think, though, like, this chapter was just awesome, mainly because of Overhaul. I'm loving Overhaul so much. I think everyone loves Overhaul. Now, I don't know if he's my favourite villain, because there's just, every villain in Boku no Hero is so awesome, so amazing. Like, I love most of them. I don't know where Overhaul would place, but he plays very high in it. He's definitely in the top 3. I think Overhaul's probably in my top 3, I'm not gonna lie. That is a tricky question. I'm not gonna count Stain as a villain. Stain is a beast, but I'd probably say my favourite is One for All, Shigaraki, and Overhaul. Maybe Overhaul's... I was going to say Overhaul's higher than Shigaraki, but Shigaraki is just a beast in my opinion. Like, you can't top it. But, speaking of Shigaraki, you know, calls in at the end of the chapter, so I can't wait to get to that. That's going to be awesome. But let's actually get into the grips of the chapter, and let's get into a bit of depth. We find out Mirio's hero name, and Mirio's hero name is Lumillion, I believe. Now, Mirio's goal is to actually save 1 million people, so it's not exactly like All Might. All Might wants this. I didn't really actually understand that at first. I was just like, hang on, like, I didn't think of it in that kind of way. So Mirio's superhero name, his hero name is Lumillion, which is obviously his goal is to save 1 million people. And then he was just like, it's not like All Might, and he was just like, it's not like all. And I was thinking, hang on. Obviously, All Might's named All Might, so you can, like, save everyone, save all of them, and that's why All Might was symbol of peace. He was just the OG hero. So I kind of like that little tidbit. I find it hilarious when Mirio asked Deku his hero name was like Deku. Now, obviously, Deku means good for nothing, but the other play on words which Uraraka said is when the Bible never giving up. That's what, you know. That's what Uraraka gave Deku's name new meaning. But it's kind of hilarious because Mirio's just like, hang on, what? Like, if you think about it, if you're just some civilian and you're screaming out like, Deku, save me, which basically means good for nothing, you're not going to have that much faith in that hero, are you? So I found that pretty funny. It did make me chuckle, and it just shows you, like, Deku's... Horikoshi's got some humour, man. It's just hilarious, and I just love those little small humour in the chapters, like those small little panels. It's really awesome. It kind of brings life to the characters as well, so I really did like that. Now, aside from that, this links back to a couple of chapters before when Mirio was talking to Deku, and with this links back. This is coming back to Mirio's hero name, which is Lemillion. Mirio asks Deku when they're in the office of All Might, what is your goal? Like, what do you want to be? Like, what's your aim? And then Deku says, I think Deku says, I want to be the best hero, or like the coolest hero, the coolest superhero that saves everyone. And then Mirio was just like, okay, it's a little bit, a little bit vague, a little bit on the rough edges. We need to improve that a bit. And at first I was just like, okay, yeah, maybe it is a bit too broad, maybe it's a bit too big. But then I was thinking, hang on, we see Mirio's ambition here. Mirio is straight to the point. He's strategic. He's got a vision, a plain vision, which, yes, it seems attainable. It is a far goal. 1 million people is a lot of people. Like, it's not an easy attainable goal, but it's clear. So it's like he's already set out a clear path for himself. Whereas Deku is just, I want to be a super cool hero. Where's the guidelines? Where's the method? Where's the clear destination to get that? With Mirio's, that's why I like it, and that's what I thought was pretty important to say. Mirio his goal is an A and B destination. He's at point A, his destination's point B, and he knows how to get to that. He knows how to fulfill his goal by saving 1 million people. That's what he wants to do. Now with Deku, how's Deku going to become this super cool hero? I think that's so awesome, especially for us readers, because we don't know as well. Like, we know how Mirio can, Mirio, he's with Sir Night Eye, his abilities, all this kind of stuff. He's got it down to a T. But Deku, it's going to be a lot of ups and downs, it's going to be a lot of journey, and it's so interesting because obviously we're with Deku, it's a journey. We're with him as he's improving, we're with him as he's learning, so I can't wait to see what he has in store for us. Now, guys, come on, what are your thoughts in the comments below about Eri? For one, personally, I don't think that is Overhaul's daughter. I thought Overhaul was just saying, just as a ploy, just as a lie. I personally don't think it is, like, blood related. Maybe it can be. I'm more leaning towards the fact that Overhaul kidnapped her. Now, at the end of the chapter, I can't remember what Overhaul says, but Overhaul's kind of like bringing her in, and then you see this massive expanse of like equipment, like IV, all this medical equipment, and then there's a chair. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking that this Eri, they're taking her blood and they're using her blood for the quirk nullification bullets. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, a couple of chapters before when Overhaul was with the Villain Alliance, this is when Overhaul was fighting Magne, Mr. Compress, all that kind of thing. If you look in that chapter, I believe it's page 11, I may be incorrect, but in that chapter, it's a chapter 126, 127, something like that. In that chapter, Overhaul is fighting Mr. Compress. Mr. Compress is about to touch him to compress him, but his quirk deactivates. He can't activate his quirk. And if you see in one of the panels, there's a little bullet, a little cross that gets shot into his shoulder. You see it flying, and it hits him in the shoulder. And it was one of Overhaul's goons, you could say. It was one of Overhaul's followers that shot him. Now, a lot of people are kind of connecting 2 and 2 together and thinking, hang on, we see Eri with bandages around her wrist, around her forearms, and we see at the end of this chapter, there's like a medicine chair, a doctor's chair, like a surgery chair, which you'll sit back in, and then they'll take your blood out. So people are connecting 2 and 2 and believing that maybe this is Eri's quirk, is to nullify other quirks, and they're using her blood to take that and exploit her quirk and use it for their own good. That seems very logical in my opinion. I wouldn't be surprised. To be honest, I don't know what else it could be. Either way, whatever it is, we know it's going to be big. We know it's not only going to be big for this arc, but the entire series, because one of the main things about Boku no Hero is, what I like to say is, I like to phrase it as, every arc in Boku no Hero is not an arc in vain. And listen to me for a second. Every arc that's been with Boku no Hero, it's shook society. It's had an impact. For example, there's some arcs in series which are just purely for character development, or they're purely put in there just to, create hype in that. I don't believe there's any arc like that so far in Boku no Hero. I believe every arc is pivotal, it's crucial to the overall story. And we could be here all day talking about every single arc, and believe me, they're all important, they're all significant. Even the provisional license arc, and I don't know why people bash that arc so much. In my opinion, I thought that arc was amazing. But aside from that, this, whatever is happening with Eri, whatever they're doing, whether it's taking her blood, whatever it is, it's going to be pivotal not only for this arc, but for the entire series. And bear in mind, Toga had Deku's blood, so I have no clue what's going on. But I do think maybe Horikoshi's doing something with the blood. Bear in mind also, Overhaul's quirk is going to do about, you know, not Overhaul's quirk, sorry, Overhaul's persona and abilities, all about infection. He's going on, he's got like, he obviously has a phobia of germs, and he's always going on about like, you guys are infected, all these germs, you guys need to be cleansed, all of that kind of stuff. That's what Overhaul's always going on about. So, I'm not sure if this is one of the themes in the next upcoming arc that we're about to see, but I do think blood's going to be very important to the storyline of Boku no Hero Academia, especially now that they have Deku's blood. And the fact is, whatever they're doing with Eri is quite important as well. Now, yeah, it could be the quirk nullification. I have no other clue what it can be. We'll just have to leave that up to the comments down below, guys. So do let me know what you think about it. Now, other than this, Overhaul kills one of his goons, and this is because this goon was responsible for basically making Eri escape. Like, he wasn't watching, he wasn't paying attention. As soon as Overhaul walks past, Overhaul just kills him. Like, you just see his body, you know, blood gets splattered all over the wall. Pardon me. I think, okay, now, this is kind of important. Now, this is only important if Overhaul is Eri's father. If Overhaul is Eri's father, and Overhaul is subjecting Eri to being a witness to such acts, this is going to affect Eri big time. So even if Eri does get saved, we see this as a trope a lot in stories, even in manga as well. If this from someone who's come from such a background, it also kind of draws parallels to Shigaraki as well. Think of Shigaraki's background. We don't know much about his history, his background, but we've seen the panels when he's a child, he's crying, he's got blood in his hands, and obviously one for all comes for him. Now we see Eri. Eri's a child. She's being witness to all these deaths around her. That's gonna have an impact on her. It will. Now I'm not saying she's gonna turn into a massive villain, but what I am saying is gonna affect her for worse, not for the better, but for the worse. So I'm kind of intrigued. I thought that was important to note out. Now it was kind of cool how Overhaul was just like run the bath and all that kind of thing. So Shigaraki is calling at the end. I personally think Shigaraki is going to accept, just as Deku is progressing, just as Deku is improving and learning to be the best hero, so is Shigaraki learning to be the best villain. So I do think Shigaraki accepts. I hope he accepts. I think it'll be amazing for his growth. And he needs to learn, to be honest. I think he needs to be, as his only one mentor has now been taken away from him, he needs another one, in my opinion. Now, there is some, I remember ages ago in Tartarus, I think it was 116, when One For All and All Might, they were talking, and One For All was said to All Might, unlike you, I've left my student to grow. I do think there is benefits and cons to that, but you still need to learn from someone. You still need to be learning. I don't think you can take the initiative all by yourself. So I do hope Shigaraki does go under Overhaul's wing, but it'll be interesting to see that dynamic, because bear in mind, Shigaraki does not want to be bossed around. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes out. So guys, that's enough from me. One more last thing, just to let you guys think about something. If it weren't for Mirio to put his mask over Deku, I think even Overhaul did see Deku's face. So that's not a good thing. It really isn't a good thing if Overhaul did see Deku's face without the mask. So anyway, Shinigami-san, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked anything I say, please drop a like. We greatly appreciate it. It's good to be back to be talking about Boku no Hero. I know Horikoshi was ill the previous week, so hopefully he's all back to good health. Shinigami-san, subscribe for weekly reviews of Boku no Hero Academia, and I'll see you next week for that greatness that is 130. Peace out, guys, and goodbye.